Joined now in studio by Wake Forest political science professor Dr. John Dinan. Good to see you as always, sir. Your reaction to this, you've been covering politics and teaching it for a long time. It's not October yet, but we might call this an October surprise. Where does this rank for you in terms of potential damage to the candidate?
It's a bombshell report. It's one that's just going to leave a huge mark. The one thing we'd say is there have been already so many inflammatory, incendiary statements that were associated with Mark Robinson. These statements can be seen as going far beyond what was already being reported and was already on campaign ads across the state. It is very difficult to see the Robinson campaign coming back and surviving this type of day.
We heard Bill just mention that polls he's been looking at have shown Josh Stein up double digits, if not high single digits, in that range. Does this change the race that much, in your opinion?
I mean, it was already a huge uphill climb for Robinson to see a path to victory. After today, it becomes very difficult, if not impossible. It is now Democrats who in some ways hope that Robinson stays in the race, and it is Republican officials, particularly anybody going to be appearing on the ballot this year alongside Robinson, who are most likely hoping that Robinson in the next 7 hours steps down.
We talk about a lot the impact that the candidate at the top, the presidential nominee, can have on down ballot races. It wasn't that long ago when Joe Biden was running and there was concern because polls had him down 6, 7, 8 points. Democrats down ballot were worried how much they were going to have to overperform Joe Biden in order to win their races. Could we see something of a reverse coattail effect? Could Mark Robinson hurt Donald Trump, or does it not really work that way if he stays in the race?
Up until today, it was unlikely that we'd actually see the reverse coattails, that is Robinson hurting Trump or other candidates. Today's news, though, has the potential to hurt Trump and other Republicans. And you can see that, by the way, some Republican officials are beginning to publicly distance themselves from Robinson. This has real potential to hurt other Republicans running in 2024. It's one of the reasons why there's going to be a full court press on tonight to try to persuade Robinson among Republican officials to step aside.
And quickly, of course, the lieutenant governor released a video saying he's staying in the race, and he vehemently denies the allegations in this CNN report during a live interview. Do you see him at any point changing his mind between 5:05 and 11:59 tonight? And what would it take for him to do so?
You know, Joe Biden said up until the day he stepped down that he was going to continue in the race. Eventually, the pressure became so strong and he left the race. Could the pressure become so strong on Robinson? Let's say, for instance, that Donald Trump would pick up the phone and call Mark Robinson and urge him to step aside for Donald Trump's own political future. That's probably what could do it.
All right, John, we appreciate your time and insight as always.